Let me ask you something. Which is the most difficult position in football? This is one of the most debated questions in the game, and one that fans often argue about. Yes, strikers have to score goals, midfielders have to create chances for goals, but as the great Sir Alex Ferguson says, attack wins you games, but defense wins you titles. And who is the last man standing in defense? The goalkeepers. They are responsible for keeping the ball out of their nets, but sometimes goalkeepers make saves that are out of this world. Saves that leave you scratching your head and looking puzzled. So, in today's video, we're going to look at the top 10 most spectacular saves made by some of the best goalkeepers in history. Let's start things off with number 10. De Gea vs Arsenal, 2017. Also, a quick disclaimer, the saves on this list are ranked not so much by their importance to the team, but by how impressive they are. Yes, with De Gea retiring from Man United in 2023, it is unlikely that his career will return to the heights of his best years. But this game against Arsenal will probably go down as the best performance of his entire career. He made an incredible 14 saves against the Gunners in 2017, and one in particular will never be forgotten. In the second half, having already made 9 saves, De Gea pulled off one of the most miraculous double stops of all time. Arsenal combined well in the box, and Alexander Lacazette fired a low shot that De Gea got a hand to. Then Alexis Sanchez had a simple tap-in, but the Spanish keeper stretched out his leg to make another save. This game went down in Premier League history as the joint record for most saves by a goalkeeper in a single match. Number 9. Ter Stegen vs Sevilla, 2019. From a Spanish goalkeeping maestro to a German one. Yes, Germany is known for its amazing goalkeepers, so it's no coincidence that it currently boasts 2 of the best in the world, one of whom is Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Barcelona's goalkeeper pulled off an even more incredible save against Sevilla in the 2018-19 season, one that was crucial to the Catalan Giants' title ambitions. In October of 2018, Barca were 2-0 up against Sevilla when Ter Stegen came to the rescue. Jesus Navas crossed the ball around the penalty spot, and Portuguese striker André Silva sent a powerful header towards the far post that looked unstoppable for any goalkeeper in the world. But not for Ter Stegen. The keeper stretched acrobatically to make the save, but it wasn't enough. Then another Sevilla player just had to kick the ball into the net, but Ter Stegen did well to make the save and keep Barca in front. Do you think he deserves to be Germany's number 1 for Euro 2024? Let us know down below. Number 8. Manuel Neuer vs Real Madrid, 2018. Some say that double saves are far more spectacular than single ones, but watch this and think again. Manuel Neuer is arguably the best goalkeeper of the last 15 years, and there's a good reason for that. Often referred to as the German Wall, Neuer has never disappointed for Schalke, Bayern Munich, or his national team, and when not injured, has always been Germany's number 1. There will be many compilations of his saves when his career comes to an end, but one of the most impressive will undoubtedly be the one he made against Cristiano Ronaldo in 2018. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid faced each other in the Champions League semifinals, with the first game taking place at the Allianz Arena. In the first half, Cristiano latched onto the ball in the penalty area, and without hesitation, unleashed a powerful shot at Neuer. However, the German was unstoppable and pulled off one of his best saves to date. Number 7. Ter Stegen vs Bayern Munich, 2015. Yep, 3 German saves in a row, but that shouldn't surprise you. Those German keepers are just built different. This time, Barca had to face Bayern Munich away in the 2015 Champions League semifinal after having a 3-0 lead after the first leg. The German side scored an early goal and began to believe more and more in the comeback. Midway through the first half, Lewandowski unleashed a powerful shot that would have been a goal if it hadn't been for Ter Stegen's superb one-handed save. The goalie simply raised his arm and stopped the ball, but not enough to clear it away, because it began to roll towards the line. The German, however, showed impressive quickness on his feet to push the ball out just in time before it entered the goal. This was one of those saves worth millions, because it allowed Barca to score 2 goals before the halftime to qualify for the final and win the title that year. Number 6. David Seaman vs Sheffield United, 2003. At number 6, we have a save that truly defies the laws of physics. David Seaman is undoubtedly one of the greatest English goalkeepers of all time, having played in a huge number of crucial matches for both the national team and Arsenal. But his performance in the FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United in 2003 was simply outstanding, and Arsenal would have missed out on the trophy had it not been for his save. Sheffield produced an excellent combination from a corner. The ball was deflected into the box, and 2 Sheffield players played with it, trying to find the back of the net. However, the ball was close to Canadian Paul Pesci-Solido, who was literally left alone a meter from the goal line with no Arsenal player to cover him. He headed the ball home, and the Sheffield United players were celebrating when they saw Seaman's fabulous acrobatic save to keep the ball in play. It was also Seaman's 1,000th career start, which made his save even more special. Arsenal went on to win the semi-final at Old Trafford and reach the final, where they beat Southampton 1-0. Number 5. Casas vs Netherlands, 2010. Moving into the top 5, we have Casillas' magnificent save against the Netherlands in the 2010 World Cup final. Spain were running riot between 2008 and 2012, winning 3 consecutive tournaments: the 2008 and 2012 Euros and the 2010 World Cup, a feat never before achieved in football history. However, the best save in that 4-year period was undoubtedly the one he made against Arjen Robben in 2010, and all of Spain's subsequent glory might not have been possible without that save against the Netherlands. The game was still 0-0 early in the second half, when Robben found himself in a perfect one-on-one position with Casillas. There was about 15 to 20 meters between Robben and Casillas when the Dutchman started to dribble towards the goal. Everything happened in a matter of seconds, but time seemed to stand still when Robben shot the ball. Everyone expected him to score, especially as Casillas was going the other way. But the footballing gods seemed to have decided that this ball was not going to go in, and Robben's shot deflected off of Casillas' foot and out of play. Pure excitement and a spectacular save. What more could you ask for? Number 4. Manuel Neuer vs Arsenal, 2015. Okay, here we go again with another save from one of the 2 German maestros, but we promise it will be the last. Neuer's save against Ronaldo was exceptional, but how about this one? Traditionally, Bayern Munich have done well against Arsenal throughout the years, but this time they failed. It was a group stage match in the 2015-16 season, and the Gunners were the home side. They ended up winning 2-0, but the highlight of the night was that save by Neuer. Theo Walcott, who usually plays as a winger, was deployed as a striker for this game, when he made one of the biggest misses of his career. Arsenal fullback Nacho Monreal whipped in a perfect cross for Walcott to head home. But, oh my! Look at that save from Manuel Neuer! Walcott was already celebrating, but a moment later, he was stunned when he saw what Neuer had done, literally diving to keep the ball in play. Number 3. Gordon Banks vs Brazil, 1970. Talking of iconic and equally spectacular saves, we have to mention this one by England's own Gordon Banks at the 1970 World Cup against the one and only Pelé. Strangely enough, this wasn't a match from the final or semi-final stages of the tournament. It wasn't even a quarterfinal. Brazil and England met in the group stage. The final scoreline 1-0 to the South Americans didn't really matter, as both teams eventually qualified for the knockout stages. But Banks' save was out of this world. Winger Jairzinho sprinted down the right with the ball at his feet before delivering a perfectly weighted cross into the English box. Pelé then rose to his feet and sent a thunderous header towards the goal, but Banks showed incredible reflexes to tip the ball over the crossbar with his hand. And to prove the magnitude of the save, even Pelé himself admitted it was the best he had ever seen. Number 2. Martinez vs France, 2022. We kindly apologize to you if you were expecting to see this one at the number 1 spot on this list. But let's face it, you're going to be surprised by the first one. We are now 16 months on from Argentina's triumph at the 2022 World Cup. But Emiliano Martinez's 120th minute save against France is being viewed thousands, if not millions of times every day on social media. It is undoubtedly the most important save of the 21st century. Everything about it was like something out of a fairy tale. In the 120th minute of the final, with the score tied 3-3, Kolo Muani unleashed a powerful volley towards the Argentine goal, but it was deflected straight at Martinez's left foot. Then, the two teams went on to play penalty shootouts, with Argentina becoming victorious. Number 1. Jan Oblock vs Bayer Leverkusen, 2017. Yep, on that day, the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper simply got up in the morning and thought to himself, "Today, I will make the most spectacular save of all time." And he did. Rarely do fans get to witness a triple save, but Oblock is one of those goalkeepers who has the honor of achieving such a feat, especially in a Champions League game. It was the 2016-17 Champions League round of 16, and Atletico were playing Bayer Leverkusen at the Vicente Calderón. In the second half, with the scores level at 0-0, Oblock pulled off a stunning trio of saves, first denying Julian Brandt and then twice denying Kevin Volland. In the span of a few seconds, Oblock displayed almost all the qualities of a great goalkeeper: positioning, agility and reflexes, doing the impossible, and saving his team in that situation. If you enjoyed our rankings of the most spectacular saves, please don't hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, and give your suggestions for another one you'd like to see on Footy Flicks. Also, don't forget to check out some of our latest content where you can watch Messi and Ronaldo's best goals ever. Bye-bye for now, and we'll see you in the next one.